So just now, as we heard what Wincci say, she already shared a lot of experience to us on how nowadays world that we need to study more in order to fight for our own. No matter, of course, women's and men's, like all of us, we must work harder. Because Malaysia,
Yes.
I think we need to work harder to let others know us. Because now we are still a very small country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And don't be comfortable. When you go out there, I think everyone will understand. So sometimes it's all not to say, if you have a chance to go out there, please go out. But if you don't have as well, local, there's a lot of problem for us as well. And also, yeah, try to be independent. But I think a lot of us, wanted to have the experience to go out and see and experience how to become like a foreigner. So here is we are the king, we are the king and queen of our country or our house. But when you're out there, it's not as what you all think. It's not as perfect, I would say. But it's a good challenge, nowadays. If you have the opportunity, please go. If not, also, in local as well, challenge yourself in doing other things here.
Yeah. After we have discussed so much about studies, there is one thing that I personally wanted to know is about, the title of you, the Miss World 2008. I'm
Yes.
actually quite curious about how is the feel of being a Miss World? What is the preparation that you guys need to do before entering this competition?
I think, again, if you know that my study formula is so extreme already, it took me 6 years of non-stop failing until I was joining over 18 to 20 pageant. Until then, I need to go overseas and come back. And the training was almost from since 16 years old. So at the age of 23, when I came back and won the title, I was like relieved already because I was very tired. I mean, I'm not, as mentioned, my steps and all my thing, I plan. And always my route, I'm not given like lucky or whatever. So the training, it's years of training and years of experience and years of classes. So I was prepping my talent, my education, even, it's just the right timing. Until the end, I almost wanted to give up and I had my last try. Then, I think that my journey is always, until the end, only I will get it. So it's more of the journey. Of course, it's a very tiring one. And I prep more than anyone else until everyone say, oh, you finally won. And I didn't know that I won like a national pageant. So that was what every girl's dream of, So when we are in the international platform, we are more ready as well. So when we went there, everyone, we were trained in overseas and stuff. So when we went international production, everything was very, very, we were very prepped already, and we lost so many times. And if you see a lot of winners nowadays, a lot of them they've been through a lot already, and the criteria is getting tougher and tougher. So as well as that time, I was telling myself I wanted to push the level of education for the beauty queens. That's why I said that, okay, I want to challenge myself to go further. So until today, I think that always my signature, like the beauty queen and the studies. So it used to be everyone said that impossible, because if you're a beauty queen, study is not like that. So, well, I try my best to rebrand the beauty queen perception, and also I always say that I don't dare to be diva because I was like I love to serve, and my main strategy to join the pageant as well. I just want to go into the entertainment world. So for me, I was just very pure, and after that as well, I never stopped, and also I keep going and wanted to fight harder for my own industry. Yeah.
So what we can see is this is the real beauty queen, which have wisdom and beauty at the same time. So
Took me
actually,
years.
you do quite much for your entertainment industry. So why will you like opt this line, and why do you love entertainment so much?
Actually, I love singing since young. So, but I'm not good in singing. So I need to go vocal school again. I think if my classmates or my schoolmate know me, everyone would say that, oh, this girl, what competition also should join. Actually, I started with, like, as mentioned, I'm like that. I'm the one who said, hey, what competition I'll join. Because for me, because I have, I was having stage fright. So I was having a lot of confidence issue because I was from Chinese school, so I don't speak English. So I used to be very self-conscious and my Malay wasn't good. So I pushed myself to go competition so I can learn the language. So I keep pushing. And then I was like, hey, I love singing so much, you know? So then I went for vocal training and stuff. Then I said, hey, I know I love singing, but I didn't know that, you know, after that I went to the entertainment line. It's actually an occupation, it's actually a business. So you cannot just know singing, you must know how to do business, you must know how to do accounts, you must know how to invest yourself, your branding. So it all have its own syllabus. And when I do my second master in production, I was like, oh, so detailed. So for me as well, because I mean, compared to any industrial, I think art as well, we can go beyond limits is because nowadays a lot of us are, you know, digital wise. So and also ours, we don't need a shop, you know, we are the shop. So our business is very, very weird. So people might not understand. And sometimes even you go into art school, it doesn't mean that you come out will be famous. So you still need to keep trying a lot of things. So industrial and all these things. So it guided me in, but at the same time, I find my own way because I think everyone thinks that I'm very weird. Nobody knows how to manage my brand. So I have no choice to always study and analyze my own things myself because I might be the first case in the industrial for them. So sometimes even music industry was like, you know, even when my second master said, do what the hell you want and we judge from the quality of it. So it's good. I mean, like, it's good to be a creator. It's good to, you know, to explore. So maybe I'm always, you know, I always like to go very far forward, you know, but our genre is always like that. We lead the industry. We also entertainment. Also, we always lead the trend. So we are the trendsetter. So we need to be very, very hardworking. So, well, I think because of like what I told you, like how I study, how I aim competition, this actually it's a survival skill for you in the entertainment line. So I think that's why when you know, when you trace back until a young age, that's when it kind of determines where you will succeed in the future. Because some of them are very good in doing paperwork, some of them are very good in doing both, or you must know what's your strength, or you can develop it. What if, like, you know, something is not good, but if you want to really go into that thing, so you need to train a few years for that thing. So no right or wrong, but it's always like my passion is there, and it's always where, you know, I say that this is a weird line, but I love it, so I'm going to give more than 100% into this line.
Yeah, I can see so much, I would say, similarities, but I'm not that, how to say, I'm not that 厚脸皮 to say that I can see similarities in you, because they might think that I'm crazy. Because
yeah, I'm even more thick skinned. I was like, you know, our line is like the thicker the skin, the better it is. So I was like, until today, I'm still begging people for jobs and stuff. I'm, you know, the more thick, of course, not normal thick, but of course you have to do your homework. I was like, even you thick skin, you have to have your own CV, you have to own, you know, the profile, portfolio. So our art industry is very different from people. Ours is more on a portfolio. So yeah, as mentioned, like ours, we can't judge from working experience because we don't have permanent position nowadays, especially for art industry. So it's more on project basis, and the portfolio would kind of work for our industry. Even this line, if you're full time, it's hard for you to grow as well because you're not pushing yourself. So art is very subjective, and nowadays as art and technology, it's science plus art. So as you know, I'm a science student. So actually I'm a pure science student. So I started art quite late. So, you know, it doesn't mean that your art stream, you're going to art. No, I kind of shift. So I think you just push yourself the best, and then you see what comes back. Yeah.
okay, totally understand. Because see, first of all, I'm also a science student. Second thing, I am also
Here you go.
thick skin person. Every time when teacher asks who wanted to participate this competition, I'll be the first person who say me. Although I might have zero experience in that certain field, I touch everything, and that's why I really, really admire you and adore you because I can
Thank
see so
you.
much things that I'm consisting in is what you're doing, and I can see what I'm doing is, I think it's good because I can see the results on you. So I'm so
Thank you.
happy about that. Okay, so
Thank you.
I believe
Mm.
like all these experiences you have mentioned, I think it brought up to one of your title, which is you're an author. So being an author, have you ever met some experience where you are being lack of ideas or you are not satisfied with what you're writing?
Yeah. I think of course, I think after my first book, I think I'm not good already. So it's always like that lah. Even when I write my own song, the first song after you write already, you need to do so many things. That's why that time I faster go and get my second master. Then for me, it's like as a writer or as a composer, you need a lot of life stories. So sometimes something you cannot just study in class, or you get that thing is just for me to go overseas and gain more experiences. So even classes in overseas is a lot of self-discipline. So it's not just by the book nowadays. So I was stuck definitely, and I nowadays as well, I will collaborate with a lot of writers and learn from the good ones. I always say that when you started off, of course we will try and write ourselves. Like even my first time I song, then I went Taiwan. I meet with a lot of great writers. So sometimes I'll put myself as very objective. If my thing is not good, I can sing people's stuff, or I can collaborate to write with people, or I will let the writer write my stuff, because we always can write back our own things. So, but I always say that when you're not good, go to a senior who are willing to, you admire and study what are they doing, because they definitely have a life experience to tell you, and you don't need to copy 100%. You just do whatever you want and integrate yourself. So I always think it's good, to have a good mentor, older than you, who have no conflict of interest in your line or your time, because like that is more independent. Because sometimes when you are fighting with the same peer, it's still a conflict of interest, I would say. So I totally understand that. So I know that you guys need the guidance and stuff. So I'm always craving for new things, I would say, because as an artist and stuff, I don't want to have the same story. I don't want, if I stop as a beauty queen, I think today there won't be so much interview for. I don't think you guys will even know me. A lot of people say, "Oh, enough." Not enough. I was like, "This one, not enough." I was like, it's like my homework. It's like I never push enough. So I think my career, honestly, at the age of 35, it just started, honestly, for especially my dreams out there. Local, I'm still coming back whenever I can to help the industry. But I'm also, I just want to go out and risk something and see how far can I push. Win or lose also, I need to come back. Win or lose, this is still my country. This is still my base. But at least, sometimes I would tell them, I still remember when Miss World at that time, nobody even know who am I. When I went competition, nobody even want to see. So I was like, so it's okay. I was like, the time will come. So win or lose, at least, nowadays there's still a news for me. And it's years of accumulation as well. The media have planted a lot of hopes on me. And I think the youngster as well, a lot of you, I think, I see my stuff since young until like whenever I have talks nowadays as well. It's like, well, I mean, like I'm getting old, but I'm proud, to see that, the generation gap is getting. There's no generation gap, because I'm refreshing myself every day, and yeah, I think my vision came true. When I won Miss Malaysia, I was like, my vision is one day I hope all the students knows who am I. So I think my crazy study news. Kind of, I think everyone was like, what the hell she's doing? But also whenever I receive messages when the kids are so negative, sometimes you just need a push. And I will tell them, sometimes, I have, I don't want anything from you all. So if I'm not stopping, so I think there's still a big potential for you all to go. Again, I think that your generation must be better than every one of us. Because one day we will get old. So I always say that, don't stay safe, keep learning. But when you plan it as a lifestyle, at the end, you will enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.